Mr. Vice Chairman, Sir, at the very outset, I cannot help pointing out that wheat procurement and distribution policy of the government of India has been marked by a stop go attitude both in respect of governmental as well as private trade effort. Almost overnight, a decision was taken at the AICC session held in Bombay that government should take over the procurement and distribution of wheat through state agencies. I am aware that even earlier the party in power was wedded to this ideology. My point is that the decision was arrived at without adequate homework. It is one thing to formulate resolutions and another to implement them. A political party can easily indulge in the pastime of drawing up resolutions than for any government to implement the resolutions into effective action. Our Prime Minister took a hard decision to modify this policy so that the government could procure enough wheat for distribution and take care that the vulnerable sections of the people are served fully through procurement efforts on the part of state agencies and the private traders. However, anyone following the development readily knew that quite a few state governments either did not understand the intent behind the new policy or were unwilling to make it a success for reasons of their own. In fact, the policy was implemented by Punjab and Haryana, the home state of the Prime Minister, has hardly helped the distribution system. While saying this, I should like to add that the traders overpitched the claim to procure wheat. I can understand governmental machinery making wrong estimates about the wheat crop and the procurement policy, but it is extraordinary that the traders should have made such a grievous error. Possibly the traders thought it politics to exaggerate their capacity so that it might be acceptable to the authorities on the one hand and also persuade the farmer to part with their stocks on the other. Once a psychology of plenty was created, the farmer in India is no less a businessman than a trader. He assessed the situation and set on the stocks for larger gains. Mr. Vice Chairman, the discussion on the wheat policy today, I think, is a discussion on a subject which is of paramount national importance. The food crisis or the mismanagement of the food economy during the last few years has created a situation which threatens a serious law and order problem in various parts of the country. At best, we can say that the giving up of that policy has been a very short sighted step, or at worst, we can describe it as a panicky capitulation to the propaganda barrage of vested interests and reactionary elements in this country. The Agriculture Ministry fixed a target of 8 million tons of procurement of wheat. It was a unrealistic target that was fixed. It was a target which was fixed on the assumption that rupees 50 crores which were provided for the crash Rabi program would be utilized properly, and the shortfall of 15 million tons in food grains that year would be more than made good in the Rabi program. But the report of the CAG has now revealed that the Agriculture Ministry and various agencies in the state governments who were provided these funds misspent them and misappropriated them and did not utilize these funds for increasing agricultural products under the special Rabi crash program. In fact, the money that should have been used for increasing agricultural products was used in some states for such activities like purchase of luxury motor cars. Therefore, I say it was a wrong and artificial and unrealistic target. Secondly, from the very beginning, those who were in charge of administration of this policy had no heart in it. A commission had been set up under the chairmanship of a member of the planning commission to study how to implement the scheme of takeover of the wholesale trade in wheat. The commission made 17 suggestions as to how to make the scheme a success. 15 out of the 17 suggestions were not implemented at all by the government. The commission had also indicated that it would be appropriate to give a remunerative price to the farmers at the time of acute scarcity.